Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. If this is your first time here, you're most welcome, and if you are a returnee, karibu sana. So in our today's video, we are going to learn how to crochet baby pants. It's for newborn. So materials we need is yarn, and I'll be using a fingering yarn. We need a measuring tape for taking measurements, and I'll be using two sizes of crochet hook, 2 millimeters and 3 millimeters, and we also need a pair of scissors. So please, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It has come to my notice that most of you watch my videos but you haven't subscribed to my channel, so please, I'd urge you to do so, and this will be easier for you, so whenever I upload a new video you'll get notified. So don't forget to do that, and remember, it's free. Subscribing to my channel is absolutely free. So let's jump into a tutorial. We will start by using our 2.0 millimeter hook, and the size of the trouser is 0 to 6 months, and the image you've just seen it in my thumbnail. So let's begin by starting the ribbing part. So to start, you're going to make a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So into the second chain, you're going to place a single crochet stitch. So by the end, we should be having 15 single crochet stitches. So let's meet when we have 15 single crochet stitches. After making our first row of 15 single crochet stitches, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. In the first stitch, we are going to grab both loops and make a single crochet stitch. Into the rest, 13 in the middle, we are going to place single crochet back loop only. So this is row number 2, back loop, and into the last we are going to grab both loops. Into the last you're going to grab both loops, chain 1 and turn your work. So be careful in this third row. So in the first, you're going to grab both loops and make a single crochet stitch. Into the next back loop, single crochet stitch, and into into the third stitch, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to skip that stitch, and into the next, go ahead and place a single crochet stitch. So this is what we'll be doing in this video. So after 2 rows into the third, you're going to make this chain 1 space. After every 2 rows into the third, you're going to make a chain 1 space. So meaning after finishing this row, the second the following 2 rows, you're not going to make the space, but into the third row you're going to make the chain 1 space. So let's meet there. I'm in my third row, and you see this is different because in when we chained 1, we were coming from this side, but now we are starting from this side. This is our row number 3. So this is how we are going to do it. So you are going to make 12 single crochet stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Chain 1, skip 1 into the next, make a single crochet stitch, into the next make another single crochet stitch, both loops. So this is our chain, our second chain. So when you come from this side, you see it's closer, so you're going to make only 2 single crochet stitches, and into the third you're going to chain 1. But if you come from this other side, you have to make 12 single crochet stitches, and then you chain 1, and then you continue with your stitches. So I think I'm clear on that. I would like to leave the rest to you. So if you haven't understood, remember this is a plain row, we are not going to make any chain 1. So if you've not understood, feel free to rewind the video for clear understanding. So we will continue until our work is 20 inches long. So you will take your tape measure and take the measurements until your work is 20. Until your work is 20. So let's meet there. But alternatively, you can make it 18, because 18 can also stretch to 20. Yeah, so 18 is okay, 20 is also okay, because this circumference should be equal to the hip measurement, and for the newborn that is 0 to 6, it should be 20. Yeah, so sorry for the confusion, but let's just go for this. Let's go for this 20, and then no, I'm sorry for that. Let's go for 18, because you know, if we use a different hook size, the work will increase. So that let's give it allowance of 2 inches. So I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. So let's go up to 18. So you'll continue until your work is 18 inches long. 18 inches long. So let's meet there. And always don't forget, after making 2 rows, the third row we have to make the chain 1 space. 18 inches. There, it's 18. So our next step, we are going to join to form a round or a ring. So since both sides are identical, so you can just choose one side to be your inner side and the other the outer. So you're going to join using slip stitches. I'm sorry, you're not seeing. So this is the wrong side. So you're going to turn it to the right side. And we are going to make single crochet stitches all round. Sorry, first you're going to chain one and make single crochet stitches. I'm sorry, this is the side I want it to be on top. So what we'll do, you'll chain one, cut the yarn, I want this side to be on top. So you turn it like this, make a slip knot, and you're going to start in this seam line. We are going to make single crochet stitches all round. To finish our round, we are going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet stitch. Chain one, cut off the yarn. So you're going to change color of yarn, and also the hook. So just where we placed our last slip stitch, we're going to start there. And now I'm using a 3.0 millimeter hook. Chain one, start by making a single crochet stitch, double in the next, and also remember to hide the yarn just the way I'm doing. I'm sorry. So this is our second stitch, make a double crochet stitch, next single, next double, double. So it's an alternation of single and double crochet stitch, and this is why I always recommend you watch my videos to the end for you to understand what you are going to make, because the pattern, some of the videos are maybe the first time making them, so the pattern is in my head. That's why sometimes I say, sorry, no, it's not this way, it's that way. So that's why I recommend first you watch to the end, get the concept, and then now start afresh watching while you crochet. So this is stitch we'll be using, and let's meet into the other end. So you just alternate single crochet stitch, double crochet stitch, single crochet stitch, double crochet stitch until we meet into the other end. And please make sure your stitches are loose. We are finishing our round with a double crochet stitch, and you're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet stitch. You're going to chain one and turn your work. We are turning our work because I already have a tutorial on how to make a newborn sweater, and this is the matching piece for that. So since I want the patterns to look alike, I have to turn my work. But alternatively, if you are making just this one piece, you can just continue without turning your work. So I'm doing this for it to match with the previous sweater I made. I'll put the link in the description. So since we finished our row with a double crochet stitch, so this is going to get a single crochet stitch, right? To the next, this is a single crochet stitch, it gets a double crochet stitch, a double gets a single double. So this is the pattern we'll be working with. So you'll continue until the skirt part, the white part we are making is 5 inches long. The white part, excluding the yellow. So when you measure, you start measuring from the white part until the white part is 5 inches long. So let's meet there. And remember, I said this is for size 0 to 6 months. But alternatively, you can take the measurements by yourself. These measurements I am using are just estimated, but they are accurate. I trust them because I've been making so many pieces using those estimated measurements, and they work for me. But sometimes it's good you take the measurements by yourself. But for example, if now you are working for someone who is far away from you, Google can help a lot with the estimated measurements. So let's meet when our work is 5 inches long. The white part should be 5 inches long. So we'll be working by when we'll be rotating our work until we are done. But I've remembered something. Let's continue until we reach this point here. I'll tell you how we are going to go up, what we're going to do, and then maybe I can leave you from there. Finished our work with we are finishing with a single crochet stitch. So into this first single crochet stitch, you're going to make a slip stitch, chain one, turn your work, and into this last single crochet stitch now it's going to get a double crochet stitch. So the measurements you're going to take, you're going to measure starting from here until it reaches 5 inches. So that is the skirt part. But if you want to include the yellow part when measuring, the yellow is 2, so you work until your work is 7 inches, when your work is 7 inches long. Yeah, so let's meet there. Seven inches, there we are. So determine the middle stitch. From here to here. Yeah. Alternatively, you can count the stitches. Make a single crochet stitch. And now we are going to work on one side first and then the other. So we are continuing just with the same stitch. So this is a single crochet stitch. It's going to get a double crochet stitch. A double is getting a single. You will go around until your work, let me check the measurements, until the work is 13, until your work is 13 inches long. But for that 13, so you see we are at 7, but want to go up to 13. But remember this, the leg part also, we are going to do the ribbing. So make 13 minus 2, that is 11. So with white, you're going to work until your work is 11 inches long. 11 inches long. And for the 2 to make 13, we are going to do the ribbing. Hope that is clear. So now we are working until our work is 11 inches long, and then now we do the ribbing for the total length to become 13 inches. So let's meet here. I show you how to do. About to finish our round. So unto this was a double crochet stitch. So we are going to place our slip stitch into this stitch here. I'll confirm later if it was a double or single. Make a slip stitch, chain 1, turn your work. We finished our work with a single crochet stitch, so we're going to start with a double crochet stitch. So let's meet when our work is 11 inches long. So you see the difference I told you. If you use 2 different hooks, the work totally changes. So you see the measurement from here to here was 18, but from here to here, since I've changed my hook, the size increases. So if you want it to be a little bit thinner, or I don't know how to say it, if you want your work to be shorter than this, what am I saying? If you want your work to not to be Let me explain by measuring. So you see it's 22 and here it was 18. So if you want to maintain the 18, for example, if you want to maintain the 18, then here instead of 18, maybe you go for like 13 inches. You can minus 5 because it can stretch to that length. Maybe in another tutorial I'll show it. I don't know how to explain, but I can explain more clearly using a tutorial. So next time when I make another pair of trouser pant, I'll show you what I'm talking about. But also this is okay for me. So let's meet there. "11 inches." Finish by cutting your yarn. We're going to change our hook and the color of our yarn. So we are going to deal with this part here. So you're going to start by making a slip knot, and to where you finished your work, insert your hook. Chain 16. And to the second chain away from the hook, make a single crochet stitch and continue making single crochet stitches in every one chain, and by the end you should be having 15 single crochet stitches. So let's meet when we have 15 single crochet stitches. 15 single crochet stitches, and you see where we inserted our yarn, our hook in the first time, you're going to skip it into the next, make a single crochet stitch and make sure you hide this yarn. So that is 1 into the next, 2 into the next, 3 into the third stitch, you make another single crochet stitch, and then you turn your work and you're going to skip 3 single crochet stitches, and into the fourth you're going to make a single crochet back loop only. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth you're going to make single crochet back stitch. Let's see how. So 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth you make a single crochet back stitch, back loop, sorry, and by the end you should be having 15 single crochet stitches, and those 15 stitches are equal to 2 inches. The 16 stitches are equal to 2 inches. So each stitch is going to get a back loop, single crochet stitch, and in the last stitch you're going to grab both loops and make your last single crochet stitch. So that means 14 stitches you're going to do single crochet back loop, and into the last, the one in the top here, we are going to grab both loops like that. Chain 1, you turn your work, into the first stitch, you're going to grab both loops and make a single crochet stitch, but the rest you're going to do single crochet stitch, back loop only, and always you should be having 15 single crochet stitches, which is equivalent to 2 inches. So this round 2 or the second row is the repetition of the whole work. So if you've mastered it, that means you are able to do what we are doing. And if you haven't understood, just feel free and rewind the video for clear understanding. So I'm repeating. After your 15 single crochet stitches, you're going into the next. You make a single crochet stitch. Into the next, again make a single crochet stitch. Into the next, make another single crochet stitch. So we have 3, and then you turn your work without chaining and you skip the 3 into the 4th. You're going to make single crochet back loop only. So this is what we are doing by making 3 single crochet stitches, is the one is giving us this effect. You see, this side is thinner compared to this. So we are making a decrease and at the same time making the ribbing effect. So this will be your result. And by the end, you will join just as I joined here using slip stitches. Our final step is to make a cord to insert in these stitches. So this is how we are making it. I'm doubling my strands. I'm using both 2 colors and using my 2.0 millimeter hook. I start by making a slip knot, and then I'm going to drop the white color and using the yellow color, rolling it into my finger. So the white color, you roll it on the hook like that. Try to make it loose. Try to make your chains a little bit loose, but not that loose. Thank you very much for your support, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Hope this tutorial has been so helpful for you. If you like it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget also to share this information to anyone whom you know maybe is interested in crocheting, and also comments are welcomed, positive comments, and it's a bye for now.